All right, welcome everyone. This is Josh Shanley with Reticulous and Agent Wolf. We've already got an awesome crowd that is climbing by the second, which is cool and exciting for us. It's always easier for us to bring a lot of energy when we've got a big crowd. So we're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna cover some stuff that's important stuff that'll help you get and close more deals, and we're gonna we'll stay on and do Q&A, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun today. So a couple of things before I introduce our guest today. Number one, please do yourself and do us the favor of getting rid of distractions. Turn your phone on vibrate. Close down your social media browsers. Just get rid of distractions. Lock the door. Whatever you need to do to get rid of those distractions for the next 45 minutes to an hour. You've invested the time to, you've taken time to register for, and now you've blocked time out of your day and you're here. So give us your full attention. You owe it to yourself and you owe it to us. Number two, you're going to want to take notes. Sean's going to share some stuff that in one way, shape, or form you need to implement in your business. Now, we're going to give you a way to shortcut the implementation process, but either way, it's stuff that you're going to want to implement, and therefore you're going to want to take notes. However you choose to do so is totally fine. Pen and paper on your tablet, your phone, whatever, but take notes so that you can take action afterwards. Lastly, I mentioned it already, but we will stay on for Q&A. We're already getting questions, which is awesome. As a question pops into your head, make sure to go ahead and pop it in that question box before you forget it. However, that doesn't mean that we'll get to your question immediately. We're going to save most of the questions anyway for Q&A, which will be after about a half an hour, 45 minutes or so. Let's see here. We already have a couple things. Okay. I just want to make sure. Can everybody, let's do this. Let's do a sound check first. Can everybody hear us okay? Just type yes in the question box if you can hear me okay. Okay, good. Bunch of yeses. Cindy and Jennifer and Stu and Paul and Rebecca and John and Tony. So we've got several hundred folks on, I'm sure, all throughout U.S. and Canada. Good stuff. All right, so the special guest we have today is a guy by the name of Sean Nilsson. I've known Sean now for just a little over a year. Some of you may know Sean on some level. Maybe you've been on a workshop that we've done with Sean in the past. Maybe you've had the pleasure of meeting him in person at some of the events that he's been to. Whatever the case may be, here's what you need to know. Sean, when it comes to social media and how to do inbound marketing, which we're going to talk about today, Sean is the expert, period. Okay, and he's not the expert from like the professor type expert. He's become an expert by doing it, right? So what he's going to share with you is not theory or textbook kind of stuff. It's real world application that has generated some pretty fantastic results for him and now for thousands of other agents throughout US and Canada. So without further ado, Sean, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to monitor the questions and so forth, and then I'll jump in as needed.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks for the intro. Everyone can hear me as well. I'm hoping, Josh, you'll let me know if they can't.
Absolutely.
I am indeed Sean Nilsson. I am the co-founder of CityBlast.com. Some of you might have heard of our site, and I appreciate the glowing intro from Josh. I'm a real estate agent as well. My market is Toronto, Canada. I've been in the business for about 6 or 7 years now. And the way that I started my business was with Facebook. So I'm going to talk to you a bit about the system that I used in my first year in real estate. I generated over $165,000 in commissions directly off my Facebook wall with absolutely no marketing budget. I only had lawn signs and I had business cards in my first year. Since then, my business has grown year over year. Now, I also run City Blast, which kind of was another project that diverged from my real estate business and was also related. In my first year, I was so successful at posting Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn updates on my accounts and generating deals. people, my broker in particular in my office came to me and asked me to start helping the other agents and do presentations on what my strategy was so that I could share it with others and they could try to emulate or develop their own strategies in a similar way based off of what I was doing. Ultimately, what happened was people said, hey, this strategy sounds great. Can you do it for me? I said, sure. And I started charging people to do their Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn marketing in addition to my real estate business. I had 1 client, 2 clients, 5, 10. Now I have over 5,000 clients on the platform, which became known as City Blast, who I manage social media for and who my team manages social media for. To date, we've done almost, not over yet, but almost 1.1 million individual Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn updates, and we are the largest social media marketing management company in the real estate industry and probably in any industry in the world. So I've got a bit of a pedigree when it comes to social media. I've had a bit of success with it, and I'm going to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned and that our team has learned over the past several years at City Blast doing social media for real estate agents all across North America. So like Josh said, I'm going to open the book for you. You guys can ask me any question. I'll give you a straight answer. We don't hide any information. We'll tell you exactly what we do, what works, what doesn't work, what generates leads, etc. So without further ado, why don't we get underway? I think we already covered that. City Blast is inbound marketing for real estate agents. I'm going to talk to you today specifically about inbound marketing and about some strategies relating to inbound marketing that are going to help you generate leads off of your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn without annoying your friends and family, which is obviously something that we all would prefer not to do. Some people like to market themselves on Facebook, and they do meet with a little bit of success, but they are posting things that are annoying as heck, and people are tuning them out, etc. We're going to show you today how to not have people tune you out, and in fact, how to have people gravitate towards you as a source of information, as a person that they like and trust, and as somebody that they want to use as their real estate agent, okay? I'm going to talk today a lot about Facebook, but everything that I say applies to all social media. So if you're looking for tips and tricks for your Twitter and for your LinkedIn, these will all work for those services as well. I'm going to talk a lot about Facebook. Don't take it as just Facebook. This applies to all social media, whatever you're using, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you are using various different ones of these services and having varying levels of success with them. Let's talk about Facebook today. It's the big one. It's the big kahuna. That's where we're going to focus our attention. But all these are applicable to all of them, okay? First off, I want to talk to you quickly and discuss, is there an opportunity here, or is this just a bunch of hot air? Like, can money really be made right off of your Facebook wall? And obviously you know what my answer is, but I'd like to present you with a couple of quick statistics here just so that we can all be on the same page, and maybe you can get a sense of agreement that there really is a big opportunity on Facebook and by extension Twitter and LinkedIn to make some money with your real estate business. So I'm going to show you 3 statistics, and we'll kind of glue them all together and see if they make some sense. Over 90% of home searches begin online. Okay, I'm sure almost all of you have seen this statistic before. It's published by NAR every year. The last one that I saw was 94% of home searches begin online. Regardless, let's call it 90%, 94%. This is an amazing statistic when you think about it. Over 90% of people are searching for their property online. That's like incredible just to think of on its own, but what I take from it is an even deeper note, or a deeper point that kind of leads us down the path of opportunity here. Over 90% of home searches beginning online means something else. It means over 90% or 94% of home searches are starting without you, without a real estate agent. So whereas in the past, this business, when somebody, a family's sitting around the dinner table, they decide, hey, you know what, honey, let's sell the house. Or, hey, you know what, I think we should upgrade, let's buy a place. That decision's been basically made. And the next step was they'd get up in the morning and they would call their realtor, or they would go down to the real estate office and they would show up and they would engage the services of a real estate agent right at the beginning of the process. As soon as they knew they were going to do a deal in real estate, they were getting in touch with a real estate agent. No longer is that the case. In fact, that's probably the case in only about 5% of real estate transactions where the person has sought the services of a real estate agent right at the beginning of the process. Now, in over 90% of cases, the buyer or seller are educating themselves online. And what that means is you've got, in over 90% of cases, a person who is going to transact in real estate. They are a hot or at least very warm lead for a person in the real estate industry. They are going to transact in real estate. You know, they are going to need a mortgage. They are going to need an agent, etc. And that person has started the process and they're looking for information and they have not committed to a real estate agent yet. To me, this is a huge opportunity. You've got over 90% of the pool of potential leads out there looking around online, doing research on their own, and they are not committed to a real estate agent yet. That is a massive opportunity in and of itself. It couldn't be bigger. And I can assure you that those folks who are out there looking around are looking for their agent as well as for properties. They're on MLS. They're on, you know, all of these other listing services that are all fighting for everyone's attention now. They're also researching agents. They're trying to get a sense of who they think is knowledgeable, who they can trust, who they think they're going to work well with. Okay? They are researching agents, lawyers, lenders, everyone from home inspectors, properties, mortgage rates, etc. Everything they're looking at online ahead of time. And that, in one sense, is the scope of the opportunity of online leads that are available to you. Okay? Here's the second statistic, which I think kind of lends itself to this as well. People spend 3 times more time on Facebook versus any other website in the entire world. So, again, insane. That number is completely insane. People are spending three times more time on Facebook than any other site. So in a given month, any internet user will, on average, be spending 3 times more time on Facebook than YouTube, you know, whatever site you want to think of, Google, Amazon, the New York Times. Facebook is the king. If you're looking for somebody at any given time in the online world, the best chance you could possibly have of finding them is on Facebook, because people are spending 3 times more time on that site than any other site. So now let's glue those two numbers together and get a sense here. Over 90% of people who have made a decision to buy or sell real estate start the search process online looking for information relating to the transaction in real estate, and they have not told an agent or committed to a real estate agent yet. And if there's any one place where you're going to find any human being at any given time on the internet, you have a 3 times better chance of finding them on Facebook versus any other website in the world. To me, already we're starting to assemble a case for why Facebook specifically, and by extension other sites like Twitter and LinkedIn where people spend a lot of time, social media, is a good place to find them. Facebook is an excellent platform for finding leads because the people who want to do the deals are there more than anywhere else. They're there. And the second important thing is Facebook is a site, as you all know, it's social media. What does that mean? If I'm going to go on the New York Times website, pretty much a one-way conversation. I'm going to read what they have to say, and maybe I'm going to post a comment back, and maybe, just maybe, I can get a conversation going a little bit in the comments section. But really, it's not a two-way street in terms of conversation. Facebook, on the other hand, I can post something on Facebook, someone writes back to me, we start a conversation. In fact, I can post something on Facebook, and 2 people or 5 people write back to me, and I can start 5 conversations with just one original post. Facebook allows you to talk in two-way conversation with many, 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 many people, okay? And this is another major advantage of Facebook and why Facebook's going to be a huge opportunity for you. All of the traditional media, and we go back again to, okay, people used to walk in to the real estate office, or people used to call the real estate agent. Let's look at it going the other way. A real estate agent, if they wanted to send a one-to-many message, so I'm gonna take a message and I'm gonna send it to lots of people. There was no way to do that before and engage in a conversation with those people. So that took the form of newsletters, pamphlets that you'd send out, etc. Those things arrive at the person's door. They read them. They're taking in the information that you gave them, or in most cases not. But they're reading your letter that you sent them, and then they're putting it down, and they may have something to say to you, but they're not saying it because you're not right there to say it to. So in the past, the one-to-many approach was great for spreading your message, but it didn't start conversations. The flip side was you could also have a conversation, but you could only be in one place at one time. So you could go door knocking and talk to people on and on and on in one-on-one conversations, but obviously it's extremely inefficient from a time perspective to do that. That's why we all love the one-to-many approach. There aren't too many door knockers. There's tons of people sending out letters to people's doors. Social media is the golden key to getting both in the same place. You can make one post on social media, show it to all of your friends, connections, contacts, followers, all at once, and anyone who wants to have that conversation with you can write back and you can engage them in conversation. So not only is Facebook a place where these 90 to 94, or whatever number you want to call it, % of people who've made a decision to transact in real estate have the best chance of being at any given time, 3 times better chance than anywhere else, but it's also the perfect medium for you to communicate in both one-to-many and one-on-one at the same time, okay? There's one big problem, though, with marketing yourself on Facebook. Well, there's 2 problems. Experts recommend spending at least 1 hour per day on your Facebook marketing. Aha, so here's the problem. It's the problem of the door knocker again. We don't have an hour a day as real estate agents to spend marketing ourselves on Facebook. So I see a huge opportunity, perhaps the biggest opportunity that our industry has ever been given, in fact. In my opinion, pretty clearly the biggest opportunity. But, and again, I think anyone here would agree we're in a networking business. We're in a business of networking and making contacts and building trust and forming relationships. There's no better place to do it than in Facebook. And I'll explain a bit more on that as we go on. But we don't have an hour a day. So we've got 2 problems here, to me, that have stemmed out of this. Okay, great. Huge opportunity. One problem is I don't have an hour a day. So the one problem is, how the heck am I going to do whatever you tell me to do, Sean, even if I know what it is to do? And the second problem is I still don't even know what to do. So we've got the what problem. What do I do? What is the physical daily activity? What do I actually do on Facebook or on Twitter or on LinkedIn to market myself? And then the second problem is, even if I knew what to do, where would I find the time to do it? Because experts are recommending that I spend at least an hour a day on my Facebook marketing. I'm going to show you exactly what to do, and it's called inbound marketing, and it's what we've talked about. And I'm going to give you 3 quotes off of Wikipedia here that I think do a better job than I can of explaining what inbound marketing is. And then I'm going to go on my Facebook, and I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm going to talk about examples of how you can use it to your advantage, what to post, how to post, all that kind of thing. And I'm going to show you the exact system that I used and continue to use to generate leads for my real estate business, okay? I've now got a team of 4, started out with just me trying to, landed with no money, no marketing budget, nothing in my first month, and now we've grown it into quite our business, and I'll tell you, I still don't spend money marketing myself anywhere else. Inbound marketing. Earning the attention of prospects and drawing customers to your website by producing content customers value. Okay, so I've added the emphasis there on content customers value. And this is where we are very quickly going to discover how we can market ourselves without annoying our friends and followers, which is obviously paramount to many of us. We don't want to annoy the crap out of everybody on our Facebook with our constant barrage of ads or advertisements or marketing materials or advertising, okay? We're gonna avoid that, and not only that, we're gonna avoid it in such an effective way, it's gonna be even better and more effective for our business at generating leads than it would be if we were just blatantly selling to people on Facebook. So earning the attention of prospects and drawing customers to your website by producing content customers value. Okay, that's the key. What most real estate agents are doing on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn is they're producing outbound marketing content, traditional marketing, advertising. So they're posting posts that say something like, hey, just sold 3 houses. I'm the king of Leaside. If you've got a home in Leaside, make sure to call me. Here's my phone number. That's pretty annoying if I see it in social media. I'm going to be pretty blatant about that. That is annoying, and I would not recommend that you post posts like that. Then you've got the sort of second-tier marketing person who kind of realizes that's a bit annoying, so now they're going to disguise it. And you've seen these ones before too, and probably some of you have done them, where you go, congratulations to my clients, Bob and Nancy, on the sale of their home over asking price. If you want to have a great day like Bob and Nancy had today, be sure to call me, and here's my phone number. I'm the king of Leaside. It's not really very thinly veiled that you're still just basically saying you sold a listing over asking and to call you, okay? We need to flip the script completely. We need to think about social media like a social event. And every time you go on Facebook, you're showing up at the party and you're communicating with people in a way that someone would communicate with people in a social setting. So let's imagine that we've just walked in the front door of a social event and we got our suit on, we're looking good, that's putting good pictures on your profile and making your profile look professional or whatever. So you're showing up at the party, you're looking professional. It's not a picture of you funneling a beer or doing a keg stand, hopefully, on your Facebook. You're showing up, you're looking good. You walk into the party. Are you going to be the person at the party who walks around shaking people's hands? Hi there, Sean Nilsson, nice to meet you. I'm the #1 agent in Leaside. If you're ever thinking about buying or selling a property, here's my card. Anyway, let me know, and you walk around the party shaking people's hands and saying that as your introduction. I can tell you this, you're not going to have very many lasting conversations at that party. However, you could take an inverse tactic of that, which is you walk up to people, talk about something that might be of interest to them, hear what they have to say, and then engage in conversation on topics that kind of hit and are interesting to other people. And this is the concept of inbound marketing in a nutshell. You're going to use content that other people care about and engage in conversation with people who are interested in those topics, rather than talking about things that only you are interested in, which is your own success and how great you are. Nobody cares about that. I hate to break it to you, nobody cares. Maybe your mom cares, but other than that, you're basically annoying people. You should be using content customers value. So what are examples of content that customers or other people or prospects would value? Well, what about, here are the top 10 hottest appreciating neighborhoods in your city right now. What are the top 5 renovations for ROI under $10,000? Are you looking to list this fall? Here's 3 quick tips that'll help you get out ahead of the competition. These are types of things that people in general, maybe not each individual person, but people in general, and you never know who, would be interested in. So if I'm the guy at the party, obviously I'm going to say hello first, but you already know the people on your social media accounts, or you already have at least a relationship and a connection with them of some sort. They've seen your name, that kind of thing. You're now the person who starts the conversation by going, hey, did you hear about this article, the top 10 fastest appreciating neighborhoods in our city? I can bet you more people are going to be interested in engaging in that conversation with you than they are going to be about the first conversation where you said, here's my card, give me a call, I just sold 3 listings. That's a conversation ender, and these are conversation starters, and you want to be using content that other people value. In fact, you want to be trying at every occasion to choose the specific content that is going to be the most interesting and the most valuable to the most number of people. The coolest, most interesting, most sensational news about the real estate industry is exactly the type of content that you want to be posting on your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Okay? So let's get that in our mindset that we're going to be focusing on specifically content that other people value and not content that I specifically care about in order to draw prospects towards me. Okay? Here's another quote from Wikipedia. And I swear to God I didn't make this up. I took this off the Wikipedia article. It's obviously extremely fitting. Inbound marketing is especially effective for small businesses with high dollar values, long research cycles, and knowledge-based products. Okay? Can anybody name a business that this describes? This fits the real estate business to a T. This is the perfect method of marketing for our business. I did not write this. Let's go one by one again. Inbound marketing is especially effective for small businesses. Obviously, we're all small businesses, whether you're an individual just starting out, an individual who's been around for a while, whether you got a team, doesn't matter. You're running a small business. You either have yourself or yourself and a couple of employees, and you are running a small business. High dollar values, they're the highest that anyone's going to see in their lifetime. 95% of the people that you're dealing with are making the largest purchase or sale decision of their entire lives when they're buying, selling, investing in real estate, refinancing, anything. These are big, big decisions. They're the highest dollar values anybody or almost anybody that you're dealing with will be looking at throughout the course of their entire life. Long research cycles, obviously. We already know that people take a long time to choose their real estate agent carefully, often is the case, and especially we know once they've chosen an agent, sometimes longer than we'd like, the research cycle can be a while. Sometimes it takes a few days and you're lucky. Sometimes it's weeks, months, or years to help people find that property or to sell an existing property as a listing. These are long cycles. It takes a long time to transact in real estate, relatively speaking. Knowledge-based products, I think that speaks for itself. We are all, everyone here, selling knowledge. That's your only product. I mean, sure. Maybe you are a bit of a courier. Maybe you're a bit of a taxi service driving people around to things. You know, maybe you think you're a bit of a lawyer. Maybe you think you're a bit of an investment advisor, all that kind of thing. Basically, it all boils down what you're doing on a daily basis to knowledge. You are a bit of an investment advisor. You're also a bit of a lifestyle advisor. You know the market. You know how the transaction structure works. You are helping people who don't have enough knowledge to comfortably transact in real estate on their own to do a good and competent job of it. You are providing them with the knowledge. So, small businesses with high dollar values, long research cycles, and knowledge-based products, that's taken directly from Wikipedia. I would say that real estate is a perfect fit for inbound marketing. Now, I didn't know this when I started out. It just felt right at the time, but you can see it obviously is something that looks like it would probably be a fit. Finally, one criticism of inbound marketing is the time and effort required to create content. Aha! So, if you recall, we went into this section on inbound marketing, which we're going to talk more about in just a moment when we go to my Facebook and look at some examples of some inbound marketing and talk about some strategies. If you remember at the beginning of this section, we started out with two problems. One problem was the what. Okay, great. 90% of home searches are going on online. They haven't contacted me yet. Where are they? They're on Facebook. You have a better chance there than anywhere else, and you can talk to people in a two-way conversation and build trust. Great. We know the what. The what is inbound marketing. We're not going to go to the social function and talk people's ear off about how great we are. Instead, we're going to talk about things that they're interested in talking about, and people are going to like us, they're going to trust us, and they're going to think we know what we're talking about. Even the Wikipedia article, which has nothing to do with real estate at all, gives us back the same exact second problem, which is the how. How the heck, Sean, am I going to do the inbound marketing strategy that you talked about? And I'll tell you, when I started out and I started to get busy and I was doing more and more real estate transactions, I started out doing 2 hours a day of all my social media marketing. And then after about 60 days, I was working with a lot of buyers and sellers already. And surprise, surprise, it got down to 30 minutes a day and then 15 minutes a day. And it's not enough. There's not enough hours in the day to do all the jobs that we need to do as real estate agents, especially if we don't have a big team around us, etc. The how becomes an even bigger problem, which is, okay, great ideas. Inbound marketing sounds awesome. I think it would work for me. How am I going to do it, though? That's where CityBlast comes in, or that's where a marketing assistant of any kind comes in. And I'm going to talk to you a bit about CityBlast and how CityBlast or a marketing assistant that you hire locally or outsourcing this in some way to another human being is the only way you're going to be able to grow your business effectively and scale it to the point where you're probably going to be pleased with A, the amount you're working so that you're not working 18 hours a day, and B, where you're making the kind of money that we all know that we want to make. Okay? I'm going to go onto my Facebook now. We're going to discuss a little bit more. Quickly, I just want to say, for those of you who are jumping ahead, try to stay on track, but if you do want to right now, you've got 2 minutes here. Go to cityblast.com/reticulous. Josh has been ever so kind. He has hooked up a 20% discount off of City Blast and a 14-day trial for everybody on the webinar today. If you do want to try City Blast out and have social media marketing experts working on your behalf to join your team, you can go to cityblast.com/Reticulous right now and get 20% off, or you can use the promo code Reticulous just like you see it there when registering. You're going to get a 14-day free trial to have our experts post on your behalf, and you're going to get a 20% discount for life off of the service. So keep that in the back of your head. Let's jump over to Facebook. Josh, did you have anything to add before we go on my Facebook and look at some examples?
No, good stuff. We're getting great comments, some good questions that will go into more detail during Q&A for sure.
Okay, let's go over to my Facebook, and I just want to give a disclaimer that I don't warrant anything that you see on my Facebook. We start out with this guy over here on the right-hand side. I don't warrant anything that you see on my Facebook. There could be all sorts of weird stuff on here. But let's have a look at what's going on my Facebook and kind of talk about it in relation to what we've talked about so far. So there's actually a couple of posts right up here. Let's check this one out. Moving with pets can be just as hard on them as it is on you. Try taking these 6 steps to make the move easier for everyone. Okay, so I post this on my wall. You'll notice what this does not say. This does not say, hey, guys, looking to do a transaction in real estate? Why don't you use me? It's late in the year and I'm trying to make a little bit of extra money. Why don't you go ahead and use me for your next real estate transaction, which has no bearing on the other person's life. Instead, we're talking about something that a lot of people would be interested in. A lot of people have pets, cute picture of some dogs in a little fragile box. That's pretty cool. And we can see here, we click, the link goes to AOL Real Estate, and now I'm reading an article about moving with pets, 6 steps for less stress. And people with pets obviously read this article and think, hey, that's a pretty cool article, and maybe they get a cool idea from it. Let's go back to my Facebook here. What else have we got? From location to neighbors, take a look at this article if you want to know what can affect your home's resale value. Okay? We'll have a look here. What ruins a property value? Schools, crime rate, and even neighbors can affect your resale value. Okay? And then we're not going to read it, obviously, but I'm guessing it's pretty much about schools, crime rate, and even neighbors. Pretty cool. Pretty good little article there. Let's keep going down. Here's some other posts about what I'm doing. Oh, we're going to run into my birthday. Okay, here we go. When living closer together, noise becomes a factor. This article offers some great tips on how to soundproof your home. Take a look. We give it a click and tune out noisy neighbors. There you go. Okay, so pretty cool. The point here, obviously, we don't need to go into too much further detail on those specific posts. The point is, we're posting things that are going to be of interest to other people. All of these articles are things where, somebody, not necessarily every person, not every person has a pet. Obviously, I'm not trying to make posts that are going to cater to every single person. What I'm doing is I'm creating posts that I think are going to be interesting to the maximum amount of possible people and trying to touch my network with different interesting posts and conversations that may be of interest or benefit to them, not to me. Okay? And in this way, you're going to generate massively more leads through all of your social media. Okay? You don't have to go and write the blog and all that kind of stuff. You can just link to other sites that have interesting things. But you got to get out there. You got to find the most interesting and compelling articles that you think that people are going to be interested in. You got to post them up on your wall and put a little blurb in there and a picture that you think are going to get people interested. It's as simple as that, and then it's as simple as sitting back when the leads come in. Like here's this guy, Mike. Some call them pets, but to me, children. So kind of funny. He obviously, this article struck home with him. So, obviously later on I'll write something back to Mike laughing at his funny joke there. And when it comes time for Mike to buy or sell a property, you know, I at least know I've got one little touch in there. He knows that I'm a real estate agent. He knows that I'm thinking about people with pets. He knows that I'm posting up interesting things that he found interesting. And I'm going to show you something quickly here. Some of you have already jumped ahead, moved to the head of the class, and realized these were posted by my social media expert at City Blast. And I'm going to talk a bit about how City Blast works. But I'm going to take you over to City Blast really quickly just to show you something really cool here, which is that we track all of the touches from all the posts that have gone out. And the proof is in the pudding right here. My posts in the last 30 days, my inbound marketing, content, other people value, added value content, articles, videos, information that I have posted out on my account have been clicked on by my friends and followers over 1,000 times. I've got 111 likes. That's an average of whatever it is, 3 or 4 a day. 17 comments and 36 shares. 36 shares! That's insane. Think about this. In the last 30 days, using inbound marketing on my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts, I have generated over 1,000 individual points of contact with my network. So by posting these articles and starting the conversation a few times, and I only post 4 times a week, so that's actually 12 articles. You're looking at about 100 touches per one of those posts. And that's not counting all the people who saw it in the news feed, acknowledged it, and moved on and didn't read it. At least 1,000 people actually read the articles that I posted. Think about how difficult it would be to get 1,200 people to actually read or pay attention to anything that you recommended in any other medium. It's insane. Even if you get 100 touches in a month, think about that. Think about how difficult it is to make 100 phone calls out to people. Or think about how difficult it is to get 100 people to read your newsletter. If you're sending out 10,000, you're probably getting 100 read. So this is an awesome way to touch people and to stay in touch with people, and it's people you don't even expect, because you're getting the opportunity to speak to everybody, because everything you post is going out on the news feed and has the opportunity for everyone to see it. Okay? Here's where we get to kind of the second problem, and I'm gonna sort of talk for another couple minutes here, and then we're gonna open it up to Q&A, because I love chatting about these topics, and I know that Josh is also passionate on a number of points here, and we're gonna sort of open it up a bit so it's not so linear. But I just wanted to talk quickly about how City Blast or a social media assistant can help you even more. So your time is obviously valuable. You can see here on my accounts, all of these posts are being done by City Blast. And what City Blast is, as I explained before, is my exact marketing system from 2007, 2008, all grown up. I've now taught it to a number of people who all work out of our office. They are social media and real estate experts. And they now find and post the articles, videos, listings, information. I'll talk about listings in a minute, to my accounts, and I don't have to do it anymore. And you know what? To save myself that 1 hour, 2 hours, whether you even call it 30 or 15 minutes a day, is massive, because City Blast experts work for less than $2 a day. So if my time, I don't know about your time, but my time is worth well over $2 an hour. Obviously, I'm being facetious. Everyone's time is worth more than $2 an hour. Your time is worth more than $2 an hour. You should have someone else doing this, an expert on your team. If you don't want City Blast to do it and you need somebody locally to do it, you want to get a high school student, or you want to hire a social media marketing expert in your area, go ahead and do that. I'm going to guess that a social media marketing expert is going to be a lot. A high school student's probably going to be more too, but a social media expert is going to be way more. I have City Blast doing all of my social media marketing for me. I'm getting all the leads and doing 10% of all the work, because all I have to do is come back and engage in conversation with people who've already written something to me. City Blast's experts already know what the exact top types of content are to post. They have done 1.1 million individual Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn status updates and tracked all the results. We have an engagement score for every single one of our social experts that's pumped in, and we talk about it every week, and we try to push their engagement score up every week. More clicks, more comments, more likes, more leads. And by virtue of that, we are the biggest and the best. We've done more of this than anybody, and at $2 a day, I know Josh is going to talk to you about this because he's really passionate about not doing a lot of these sort of marketing tasks and other tasks yourself. You can have other people doing all of your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn marketing for you so you can get back to doing your work. Now, if you absolutely love this stuff and you want to do this and you want to stick to it consistently week in and week out and do your hour a day, then by all means do it, but do not do anything. That is going to be the death of this marketing media for you. You need to take action and you need to do something on your social media. You need to be doing inbound marketing in one way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but if you're going to do it yourself, then do it yourself and make sure you do it consistently. If you're going to have someone do it for you, then make sure they're doing it right and doing it consistently. If you're going to have City Blast do it for you, you can be pretty confident we're going to do it right. And obviously, I think that's a great solution. But then again, I'm biased. I'll show you some other cool examples. So, what do we got here? Looking for a nice espresso-induced jolt for your Toronto mornings. I'm obviously an agent in Toronto, so most of the content is actually local. Nice espresso-induced jolt for your Toronto mornings. Why not try out the new Empire Espresso on College Street? So that one's really specific and local. I want to talk to you quickly about listings. So there's a lot of people back and forth about, like, do I post listings? Do I not post listings? What's the deal with listings? Here's the cool thing that City Blast does, and here's my philosophy on listings, and then we'll do some Q&A. I say post listings. Here's why. In my first 30 days in real estate, when I had already started my inbound marketing strategy on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, I didn't have any listings, obviously. I had just started. And what I did was I called other more senior agents in my office and asked them for permission to advertise their listings on my wall. What I said was, I've got a buyer network through Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn of people who might be interested in booking showings and buying your properties. Could I show them on my social media accounts? And those people, if they didn't have their buyer already in their back pocket and they weren't going to double end that deal, would say, sure, go nuts, because they don't care who sells the property. They're already getting the listing side commission. What does it matter to them? So I would go ahead and they would give me permission and I would post out the listings onto my accounts. What City Blast has done and patented is we've taken the whole middle section out of that process. Now, when you're a member of City Blast, if you want listings to be one of the types of content, and we offer 16 or 17 different types of content that you can choose from, this is listings right here. If you want listings to be one of the types of content that are posted out to your account, local listings for your farm area, listings that you hopefully want to sell to a buyer, and you're going to try to find that buyer by posting them on your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn account, you don't have to do anything. You turn listings on, and your City Blast social expert is going to post listings out to your account, other people's listings. And the way these listings get here is they are the listings of other members of City Blast who've logged in and said, you know what, I'm not going to double end this listing. Here, they submit it to the City Blast experts, and our experts post it out to the accounts of other agents throughout the city. Now, I have listings on my wall all day long, and I look like a top producer, and I get actual hard leads from the listings from people who are interested. Like you can see right here, this person's like, what unit is that? My old one was 516. I said, haha, are you back in the market? Not at the moment, just wanted to see where the market is at. And then I sent her a private message with a follow-up on the value of that property and asked her how she's doing. Now, that's not a person who's buying from me today, but you can see it's not far off. And a lot of times what will happen is the person will go, hey, does that have parking? I'm actually looking for something right in that area, but it has to have parking. And then you go, hey, yes, that unit does have parking. In fact, there are 3 units in that building in the same price range that have parking. What does Saturday look like for you? Why don't we go pop in and have a look? And now you're turning that person from a prospect into a lead into a buyer. Okay? Listings are the closest you're going to get to a person who's in a buying or selling position And that's why I love posting listings on my wall. Now, you don't have to have listings posted through City Blast, but I think posting listings on your wall in a tasteful way. You'll see this listing doesn't just say, hey, buy this property. It tells the story of the listing a bit, and it gives a link and a picture. If this person's interested in looking at this listing, and I can guarantee you, people love looking at listings, they can click through. And here's one of the magical things about City Blast, and again, we've patented this. This is a patented technology that no one else can do. When we post the listings to your wall, we do not feature the listing agent on your wall. Obviously, I'm not going to give my wall up as an ad for the listing agent for this property, and we all know this isn't my property now. We've talked about that. And when the person who clicks on my wall comes through to City Blast, lo and behold, it shows my contact information, and if the person wants more information, they can pick up a Ask Sean, Contact Me thing on the screen there, and that's going to send me an email or a phone call. We are compliant. You can see here, we feature the broker of record and the brokerage address, who are the original listing brokerage of this property. But because Sean featured it on his wall, we have the button here. Now it makes it safe to feature listings on your wall, whereas before you would never feature a listing pointing to a regular MLS service, because obviously when your people click on it, they're going to go there. It's going to have the other agent's picture and contact information, and you're going to lose the people to that listing agent. And how many times have you had someone who is like in your immediate tight circle come up to you and say, oh, hey, yeah, you got to come by. Me and the wife, we just bought a house. You got to come see it. And you're like, what? Because you figured for sure that person was going to use you to buy the house when the time came. Oh, no, we just walked into an open house and the agent was so nice and they just drew up the deal for us that evening and it was that easy. Okay, great. Now we don't turn you over to the listing agent like all the other services do. We keep the loop closed. That agent wants to use your Facebook to market their property, and they're already going to get the listing side of that commission. We make sure that you get the buyer side of that commission and that these leads go to you. So they can land on this page. It's a pretty nice looking little condo. They can click around, and ultimately if they want to buy or sell, they choose the Ask Sean button, email or call me now, and that lead's going to go right back to Sean and not to the listing agent. And City Blast completely automates that process for both parties. So I'll show you what that looks like. If it's my listing, I'll show you a couple listings that I've published in the past. Check this out. I'm in the Toronto market. Here's a listing that I published. This was my actual listing that I said, hey, I want other agents across my network to post this on their wall. I submitted it to the City Blast experts, and the experts started putting it out onto other people's walls to give me more reach. Did it ever? 125,000 views on the newsfeed of Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and almost 1,000 people took enough interest in that listing to click through and actually view the listing page for that property, just like you saw. So just this page, almost 1,000 people from my local area clicked through to view my property, which actually, in that case, was more than viewed it on MLS, which is insane. And you can see your results will vary all over the place, but it's amazing. You can get amazing results, 63,520, 75,534, and so on. So featuring your listing is very beneficial because you can sell it faster by listing your property through City Blast and putting it in as a piece of content for the social experts to put out. Plus, imagine putting this in your listing presentation. You're walking in, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Property Owner. Here's part of my listing presentation. I'm going to get your property seen by more people than it's seen by on MLS just by using my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn network that I have access to. You have a powerful tool in your listing presentation which is going to win you more listings. Okay? So I'm going to open it up a bit to Q&A now, but I want us to think about, generally speaking, the types of content that we want to post, inbound marketing content, stuff that's focused on getting the conversation started. Listings, I believe in them. If you don't believe in them, listings is maybe not your takeaway here. But I love posting listings because this is where my hard, firm leads come from. And as far as posting outbound marketing, content stuff focused on your business and how great you are as a real estate agent, I don't think we want to be posting any of that kind of stuff. So, and again, little plug for City Blast, for less than $2 a day, the normal price is $59.99 a month. Josh has negotiated a deal for you to get 14 days of free trial. We are going to start posting inbound marketing content. We're going to start being your social media marketing assistant, a member of your real estate team for 14 days for free. After 14 days, Josh has also got a 20% discount for life for you. So normally $59.99 a month. We also offer semi-annual and annual billing, but at $59.99, you are month to month. There is no contract. You are not locked in. You just start. If you like it, you stick with it. If you don't have to stick with it. If you want to lock in for semi-annual and annual billing, there's even greater savings. So Josh, though, has been nice enough to negotiate 20% off of all of it. 20% off if you pick the annual, 20% off if you pick the month to month. That's going to be down to, what is it, $48 a month? That's well under $2 a day to have all of this done for you by the industry's top experts over, or just about 1.1 million posts under our belt. We reach about 3.5 million people a day. That's a lot of people with which to test what the best and brightest in terms of content is and what's going to get you the most leads. I would suggest, first of all, I'm going to insist that you do this one way or another. You need to be doing inbound marketing. You need to be getting these leads. It's extremely important for your business. These people are online. They're on Facebook. You need to be doing inbound marketing. If you're not going to do it yourself and you're not going to spend that hour a day, then I would suggest you get someone else doing it for you, and I would suggest you get City Blast doing it for you. We're the best, the most knowledgeable, and the least expensive. Josh, do you want to add anything in? Do we want to open this up for questions?
Yeah, we'll open it up for questions. I do have a couple of things, and so folks, just bear with us here and bear with me here because a couple of important things. You might notice, and I don't know if it's been on the screen at all because I'm also looking at my laptop for questions and so forth. But currently there are over, Sean, is it over 4,000 or over 5,000 agents currently?
We manage the Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts of over 5,000 real estate agents across North America.
That's A. B, almost 500,000 leads generated by City Blast for those agents. Okay? And these kinds of leads are A++. These kinds of leads are equivalent to a sign call. Okay, this is not some cold lead that we're just capturing randomly.
In most cases, it's someone in your own network that you don't even know wants to buy or sell.
Exactly. So that's 2 points that I wanted to make, because I know Sean pointed out the number that it's almost 1.1 million posts, but the two numbers to me right that are more important, even in my opinion, are the fact of the incredible user base, which means obviously people are getting value and seeing value, and the lead count. Now, I have personally been using City Blast for over a year now. I met Sean on, I don't know, it was like November 8th, 2012, November 9th, 2012, and I'm just guessing at the days. It's somewhere around there. I signed up, and I have had it since that point, right? So I can't give any better endorsement than that. Sean said this once. I'm going to say it again. It's not optional to do inbound marketing. It's not, you're not deciding, should I do inbound marketing or not? You need to do inbound marketing. The decision you need to make is, am I going to decide right now to use City Blast and get started today? Or am I going to do it myself and know that it will take me an hour a day on average? Or am I going to hire another service or person who is going to be exponentially, probably 10 times or 20 times more expensive, and maybe will do as good a job? Maybe. So I think the decision is clear. Now, I know we have a ton of questions, and I'm going to get to them. This is the last point I'm going to make. I know a lot of you have questions, and this pertains to what we're talking about now and pertains to everything. Anything in your life that you're trying to succeed at. The difference between people who are successful and people who aren't are people who are successful will take action and get started before they have all the answers. People who are unsuccessful wait until the timing is right, or they have all the answers, quote unquote, air quotes going up, and therefore either never take action or don't take action fast enough and therefore lose out on massive potential. So my encouragement to you is there's nothing to lose. There's absolutely no reason not to start your free trial right now at that link. With that being said, let's get to some great questions. The one that's most common is, do I post to my fan page or do I post to my personal profile, or both?
Okay, well, I mean, there are a lot of different views on this. I'm of two minds on this topic. First of all, I'll tell you what the answer is. The answer is whatever you prefer. But let me elaborate on that. I believe in posting to my personal profile, and here's why. I like to mix and mingle all of the content in together. So if I'm having a nice dinner and I want to take a picture of that, if I'm out with friends, if I'm at an event, if I want to say a shout out to someone, I do that on my personal profile so those people feel like they're getting a taste of me personally. What you say, and the benefit, obviously, of that is the people who are there to do business and to talk to you about business and to learn more about your business are also getting a taste of you as a person, which is obviously important in the real estate business. So that's the advantage. The disadvantage is you have no Facebook that is a secret from anyone. You have no private Facebook for your friends and family unless you do a lot of kind of security settings and all that kind of thing. Here's what I say to that. There's two things that I'll say. One is, what's the average commission on a real estate deal? Let's just say, for the sake of round numbers, that it's $5,000, okay? And let's say that rather than doing 24 deals or 30 deals or even 10 deals, that I can do and you can do by using inbound marketing on your social media accounts in this year coming up. In 2014, I bet you can do 10 deals off of your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. But let's just say that even short of 10, let's say one deal. Let's say you could just do one deal by inbound marketing on your personal Facebook, okay? And then I came up to you and I said, hey, Facebook's going to start charging a membership fee. They want you to pay $5,000 a year to use Facebook. What would you say? I'm sure vastly most of you would say, forget that. I'm not going to spend $5,000 on Facebook. But by not using your Facebook to generate even one deal, which you know you can do, you're saying the exact same thing. So I suggest that you do use your personal Facebook for marketing. You clean it up, get rid of the pictures of you, in Las Vegas late at night, that one time that you don't tell anyone about, but it's that picture's hidden there somewhere on your Facebook. Get rid of all that stuff. Make your Facebook look nice. Make it look professional, like you can see here, mine is. And use your Facebook for both. And the trick here is, do not do outbound marketing. People don't want to use their personal Facebook because they're like, I don't want to annoy everybody with my posts about, me. So don't post about me. That's the whole point. Post things that are of interest to other people, and then in between, here's like, I was at a cool movie premiere, and then I was with my friend in New York, en route to New York. Here's happy birthday wishes for me. Here's another City Blast post that people are interested in, and so on and so on. Happy birthday, City Blast post about insurance, etc. If it's all mixed up together, and none of it's about me, your page isn't annoying. People are actually interested in engaging with you, and they'll actually talk to you more about your inbound marketing and your real estate stuff, and they'll talk to you more about your personal stuff if you have that nice mix. Now, the flip side is, I also don't mind the idea of using a fan page as well. The only thing that you want to do is don't use your fan page as an excuse to start doing outbound marketing, because the people who went on there didn't get on there for that. They still don't want to be bombarded with your sales and marketing stuff about your business. Me. People don't ever want to hear that. So don't use having a fan page as an excuse for that. Both should be not salesy and marketing-y focused in the way that a lot of people use them. Both should be have a personal flavor and also have an inbound marketing core that is drawing attention to your real estate business, making you look like a professional in real estate who's knowledgeable and who's helpful and is coming up with topics to talk about that are of interest to other people.
Okay, lots and lots of really good questions. Thank you for everybody being patient. One, the price. Okay, the discount is for any pricing structure, right? There's monthly, there's annual, and there's several in between. The 20% is for any of them. Okay, the 20% off applies to any of the pricing options. That's number one.
You're gonna get a 14-day free trial no matter which pricing option you pick. And you're going to get 20% off no matter which pricing option you pick. So even if you pick annual, which is a one-time payment of $480, which brings you down to $39 a month, which is insane, you're still going to get 20% off of that. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but it's about $90, even less than this. So you're going to pay under $400 for the whole year. That works out to, what, $32, $33 a month. It's close to $1 a day if you do the annual package.
Two, the price is the price is the price, regardless of you have it posting to one of the four options or all four of the four options. So your options for posting are your personal profile, your Facebook personal profile, your fan page, your Twitter account, and your LinkedIn. The price is the same regardless. The price is the same regardless if you're posting to one or all four. A lot of people are asking that, and we get that asked over and over and over. It's not tiered pricing or anything.
Let me elaborate on that just really quickly. Included, this is all included. There is no extra fee. You get your personal Facebook, your Facebook fan page, your Twitter account, and your LinkedIn will all be managed by social media experts at our office, the best in the world. You can post as often as you choose, up to a maximum of daily. You don't want to go to daily anyway. It's overkill. I've got mine set at 4 times a week. That's a good setting. Somewhere between 3 and 5 is probably good. That is all included. You can go up to daily if you want. There's no extra cost. You can choose any market you want, and you can choose any different types of content. So right here, if you're not a person who likes architecture and design and beautiful homes, but you like bold and buzzworthy stuff and humor and maybe not real estate news, it's just like that. You can send the instructions, and your social media expert will be updated next time to post only these types of content. You can choose that right off the bat. Any choice of content, any frequency, as often as you want, and all your Facebook, your fan page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn are all included at that price. And I'll just show you really quickly. Here's where you can sign up also. Just use the promo code RETECULOUS. We're going to give everybody on the webinar, again, the 14-day free trial and the 20% off. But you'll see a page just like this. Actually, why don't I just go to the link here, and I'm just going to show you really quickly how simple this is, and then let's do some more questions. You're seeing this right now. Tell us where you work. Let's say I worked in Chicago. I pick Chicago. Tell us how often to post. I'm going to do 3. I'm going to do 5, whatever. I'm going to pick the types of content that I want. I want this, I don't want this, and I don't want that. I'm going to click send. It's going to ask me for my Facebook to log in. We log in with Facebook Connect. We do not have access to your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You simply install a little app onto your Facebook that allows us to help you with your publishing. We never can see inside of your Facebook. In fact, we can't even see anything that the public can't see of your Facebook. You just tell us exactly what types of stuff to post, how often to post, and exactly what geographical market you work in. And we're going to start sourcing articles, videos, listings, content, whatever types of stuff you've picked, and posting them to your accounts as often as you choose. The best social media experts in the real estate world. It's that simple.
All right. Question that we're getting from some folks, is there a mortgage equivalent? And the answer is absolutely yes. I will post the link to it down here. It's called Mortgage Mingler. It's exactly the same, except the content is mortgage specific, okay? And we will extend the same discount, deal, etc. So there, I know we have some mortgage folks on because I've been getting questions about that. So mortgagemingler.com, same thing, same idea. It's just, you'll get mortgage specific inbound marketing posted by a virtual social media assistant. Some of you are getting hung up on like the choosing the city. Just choose if your city's not there, choose the closest one and then send an email after you sign up and they'll add that. Not likely at this point, but some people are still mentioning it because there's literally like thousands in there. The second question we're getting a lot is like, I work multiple cities, etc. Just pick one, and that doesn't preclude, it doesn't mean you're not, it just, the way the system is set up, you have to pick one, right? It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to get any business from any other surrounding cities or reach any of your network in surrounding cities or anything like that. So don't get too fixated on that. It's not a big deal. It's just part of the setup process.
Yep. And you can choose, if you want to just choose a city that's near you and large and something that's going to focus. If I was to choose Chicago, I'd be getting information on kind of this whole area. If you're in a smaller city, if you're choosing Davenport, let's say, you're going to get stuff that's on this area. It's going to be mostly locally focused, but you're also going to get some stuff for your county. You're going to get some stuff for your state, your province, and the general area. Anything that's applicable, your social expert is going to make sure to choose great stuff to post to your wall. And again, you've got an intelligent human being sitting there choosing articles, etc., articles, listings, videos, information to post to you. So it's all going to be done in a way to maximize leads for you and maximize leads for your business.
Okay, a lot of questions on this. If you are signed up in the same city as numerous other people, the content is not the same. So a lot of people, I think, are assuming like if I had 10 people signed up in Harrisburg, that City Blast would be posting the exact same thing on the exact same day to all 10 people in my city. It's not at all how it happens. In fact, the likelihood of that ever happening is like, I don't know the actual percentage likelihood, but it's very, 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 very low that it would
it's
ever
impossible.
happen.
It's impossible. The only thing that can happen, there's two things that can happen. One, if some sensational, awesome piece of news comes out and you're in a big market and it's like, well, let's go take Chicago again as the example, and it's like, Chicago home prices go up 10% in 5 days, and it's a big article and it's in the main newspaper. Yeah, different social experts are probably going to source that same article and post it out to different people, but the write-up that you get from your expert is going to be different. The image is probably going to be different. The only thing that'll be the same is they're going to be linking to the same article because that's like the hot new news that's out right then about your market. So there's potential for that. As far as complete duplicate posts, it's impossible. It's impossible. There will not be duplicate posts. The other thing that can happen is because we post listings, and when you're on the listing side, you want your listing to go out to as many people as possible. We do not just blast the listing out all at once to everyone's wall, but over the course of a week, let's say this listing's brand new, over the course of the first week that it comes out, if it's a really popular listing that people like, it might get featured on 2 or 3 people's walls over the course of that week, just by virtue of the fact that we want to get big reach for our listings, and obviously you'll appreciate that when it's your listing that you're putting in, that you're getting a lot of exposure for it. Here's the bigger thing to remember. Your friends in common with other people are like 1 or 2. The chances of, even in the case of a listing, the same person seeing that same listing on 2 different real estate agents' walls are like my chances of spitting and reaching the moon. There is no way that these people are A, paying attention to that degree to any one individual post, and B, even in a position where they know 2 different real estate agents and the 2 real estate agents are posting the same listing and it's 1 day apart and they're drawing the connection. Like, forget about it. It's like astronomically small concern. So the short answer is we've got humans picking content for you. They're going to pick great stuff. There's no duplication, and I wouldn't worry about other people posting similar content to you, even regardless.
So yeah, see, some people are bringing sort of a scarcity mindset, and I'm not calling anybody out here or anything. That that worried that if there's too many people in a local market. Sean said this, but it bears repeating. Like the likelihood, like somebody said, what if I'm in an office and we all share the same friends? Look, that's impossible. You can't all have the same friends on Facebook. You're going to be posting different content. And the reason there's actually two reasons why it behooves you to have more people, more real estate agents in your local area using this service. Reason number one is when you have a bigger network of agents using it, your sellers get better service because their listing will be exposed to more people. That's number one. Number two, you actually benefit by referring other agents in your market or not in your market to City Blast. In fact, you can get a free account, a free account for life if you refer a certain number of other agents, again, local or not local. So it's quite the opposite. You need to think abundance, not scarcity. You need to get started now with it, and then also get as many other agents that you know using it, and you'll all benefit more through that unity. Anyway. Dawn, absolutely. It does not matter where you are. If you're in any place in the U.S. and Canada, this will work and be helpful for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 5,000 agents, 5,300. I just looked at it. We have 5,300 agents. Oh, and P.S. Congrats to everybody who has taken action. I just checked the site, and it looks like a ton of you have already signed up. So congratulations, and way to go taking action. But yeah, we have over 5,300 agents. We've got agents all over the place in all different markets. And we all service them with a personal touch. You're going to get great content. You're going to get stuff that's focused on you and stuff that's focused on your clients and things that they'll be interested in. And moreover, like if you're in a small market and there's not every day new news about the real estate market coming out for your market, we're still going to post amazing content for you. We're going to post, like you'll see even on my account, a lot of the more popular stuff. What ruins a property value? 6 steps for less stress. Whatever else I had. Tune out noisy neighbors. They're not even focused on Toronto, per se. A lot of the stuff is, and I would say maybe a third of it is like specifically about Toronto, but people don't always need to hear specifically about your individual market either. They just like to hear tips, tricks, information, in a general sense. So it doesn't have to even be always so specific either.
Absolutely. Maybe this person came on later. I know we were having audio popping in and out. David asked about the types of content. There's a bunch of different types of content in the back-end dashboard after you sign up now. And you can choose which types, David. You get to choose what kind of content.
Yep, absolutely.
If you post and someone comments, who answers them? Your company or me? You. I mean, you wouldn't want City Blast to be replying to comments for you because it's not you. And these are your personal sphere of influence. So
yeah, you're going to pick the ball up and you're going to turn those people into prospects into leads and leads into sales, and that's your job. It's your business, but we're going to get them in the door and get them excited about different topics and get them asking you questions and talking to you.
Right, exactly.
And you can see here, you get to choose all the different types of content that you want, as Josh was saying. So I've got mine set up like this. You can set yours up however you like. Habitat for Humanity, tips for living well, architecture and design, inspirational quotes, top 10 lists. This is all like the real hardcore real estate stuff. Local news, real estate news in general, tips and guides for your clients. Local listings, that's where you're going to get the listings if you want them. Real estate and technology. You can tailor this to be kind of the vibe that you want on your fan page or on your personal page, your Twitter and your LinkedIn. Yep. So you can totally make the voice in the style of stuff that you want. So if you're not a person who likes homes and gardens and design and all that kind of thing, just turn these off. You're going to get just the facts. You know, if you like a lot of this stuff and you like some cool like some humor and all that kind of thing. You can put a bit of a personal touch on it. You set it up exactly however you want it. And again, set your frequencies to be the right amount for you. Some people put it at 2 times a week because they feel like that's the amount that they want. Other people have it at 5 or 6 times because they want it posting very frequently, and it's going to be the majority of what their page shows. Or maybe they're a person who has a lot of activity on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. They're taking 3 and 4 pictures a day. Here I am at an open house. Here I'm having lunch with my friend. Here I'm buying a bicycle. You know, whatever it is, and they want to make sure that the real estate content gets seen in between all the other stuff they're posting. Maybe that more frequent power user has it turned up. So you can just set it to exactly however you want it. There's no additional cost. You're still going to get the 14-day free trial. You're still going to get 20% off, and you're still going to pay far less than $2 a day, no matter how you set it. And also, all of your listings are included. So all of those of you who have a lot of listings and you want to get big reach for your listings in your network, like Josh was saying, that's a major benefit of having a lot of people in your network, is you can get big reach for your listings. You're going to have all of your personal listings included for free as well. You can submit them into City Blast and sell them fast by sharing them out across your local network.
Let's see here. Bob asked if we can talk about the Listing Blaster one more time. Maybe in 30 seconds or less, Sean. 30 seconds or less. Time starts now.
If you have a listing that you want to reach a massive amount of people throughout your network, in this case, Toronto's a big network for us. In this case, I reached almost 1,000 extra clicks with this listing. Simply submit it to City Blast. There's a create a listing button here. You can submit the information and photos for your listing. Our experts will take it in and treat it like a piece of content, just like another article, video, or piece of information, and they will post it out to all of the agents in your area who have elected to receive listings on their wall because they want to look like a top producer and consistently have listings. When you post your listing out to all these other agents, me, this guy, that guy, and you aggregate it together, you get massive reach and you get a massive amount of clicks and traffic to your listing. You're going to take that tool, you're going to use it to sell your properties faster, and even more than that, you're going to take it into your listing presentations and say, hey, I get huge reach through social media. I'm a City Blast certified real estate agent. You should work with me because I know what I'm doing and I'm savvy in social media and I'm getting big clicks, big reach, and selling properties faster. Can anybody else say the same thing?
Bingo. Bingo. Let's see here. Jamie, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Those companies that advertise realtors through ads. Cheyenne, you just made me smile. I'll just leave it at that. Sean, what happens if we don't like and leave it? What happens to past content? It stays there unless you delete it.
Yep, it's just going to stay there and keep moving down. You can delete it whenever you like. And, of course, if something comes up and it's not your favorite piece of content, maybe I didn't like this, what ruins a property value, maybe I didn't like this pets thing, maybe I have something against pets because I'm a weird person. And if anyone here has something against pets, you're a weirdo. No, but if I wanted to delete that, I could just click on it and delete it like any other post that I had created.
Yeah. How do you feel about friend requests from other agents? I would say there's no reason not to accept them.
Yeah, Adam, why not?
Yeah. How do we get credit from referrals? Right in the back-end dashboard, Jennifer, you get your own unique link that you can use to refer people. And so it's automatically tracked. And Sean's got it up on his screen right now.
Yeah, very quickly, I'll show you here. That's a great question. If you refer, it used to be 10. We're now honoring 3 for a limited time. If you refer successfully 3 other agents to City Blast, you'll get a free account for life. And every agent you refer, we give you a free month of the service. So if you want to refer one of your friends and they become a City Blast member, you get a free month. If you refer 3 friends, your account's free for life. The way you can do that is 3 ways. You can share it on your Facebook just by clicking this send button. You can also enter your friends' emails in here and click send. But the way that most people do it and earn the free account, I've seen it enough times now to know the trick. They take this. You can just copy your link out of here, or you can just press this copy button. It's going to put it on the clipboard so you can paste it. Send out an email to all the folks in your office or to your broker to ask them to send it out to people in your office. This is how everyone does it. They just send out an email to the folks in their office. A bunch of people from their office sign up. As soon as you've sent this specific link, City Blast's website is going to know forever that that person came from your email, and it's all done automatically. So just make sure you copy this specific link here and send that out. We're going to track it back to you. For a limited time, when you hit 3 people who've successfully signed up and paid, your account's free for life. You're done. So that is an awesome question, and it's an awesome way to never have to pay for City Blast. If you get that done today or in the next 14 days before the end of your trial, you'll never even make a payment.
Yep. Do the social networks know it's City Blast posting on our behalf? And if so, does it matter? It doesn't matter.
A, it doesn't matter. B, yes, they know. We have to. Our app is registered with them.
Yeah.
Like we're a Facebook application. When we post on Twitter, we're using a Twitter application. When we post on LinkedIn, we're using a LinkedIn application.
Somebody asked. There's a phone number. Like somebody asked, can somebody help me? Can one of
Absolutely.
these? They were using our terminology. Help me set it up or get started. And yes, there's a phone number right at the top there.
There it is right there, 888-712-7888. And those are real people as well. You're going to get a human being on the phone line. There are a ton of you signing up right now, which is great. I can see it on the other screen, the activity. There are a ton of you signing up right now, so hang tight. If you're on the line, just hold tight. One of the reps will get around to you. There's only 5 people sitting in that room trying to answer all the phone calls that are coming in right now, so you just might have to wait a moment. But 888-712-7888 is the number. Or if you're a little bit impatient and you want someone to call you back, just send an email to info, I-N-F-O, at CityBlast, like we've been talking about for the past hour. So I hope you've got that part figured out. info@cityblast.com, and someone will call you back and get you all set up, or you can ask any questions that you like there as well. And again, if you want to talk to a live person, there's a number right here. If you want to chat with a live person, there's a live chat right here as well.
The promo code is Reticulous, or if you just sign up through cityblast.com/Reticulous, it should automatically give you the discount. Okay, and know this: if for some reason neither of those work, just send an email and it'll be fixed. You're signing up for a free trial, so you're not going to get charged for 14 days anyway. Just do the sign up so you get in and going, and then if you notice something amiss, just email and we'll fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. info@cityblast.com, and we will make absolutely sure that your account registers the discount, and you'll be all set.
Patricia, what's the advantage to City Blast rather than doing it ourselves? Patricia, it's the time. So
Patricia?
it's fine for you to do it yourself, but understand that if you have the option to get City Blast to do it as good or better than you would for essentially less than $2 a day, and it takes you, let's say you're awesome at finding great content and posting it. So let's say it only takes you a half an hour a day. You're still, by doing that, saying that your time is worth $4 an hour or $2 per half hour, which is still fine if you absolutely love doing this stuff yourself.
Yeah.
But even in that case, personally, that's not a good business decision. You need to spend your time on the high dollar producing activities, which is working with clients.
Yeah, if you totally love doing this yourself and it's like your thing, then absolutely do it yourself. Like, I wouldn't want to take the pleasure away from you. If you're like most people and you're thinking, geez, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what the best types of content are. I'm way too busy for this. I should be doing other things. I can't stay consistent with this. I'm not going to do this 365 days of 2014 to generate all this business for myself. That's where City Blast comes in. If you're not that person, you do like doing this, you're going to do it every day of the next year, and you're going to spend your time doing it, and that's not a problem, then by all means, do it yourself, and you're going to do an effective job. But like I was saying before, we can afford, first of all, we've done nearly, like I said, 1.1 million posts. We've tracked all the results. We know what works and what doesn't work. We have a pretty good idea of how to do this, I would venture to say. And in addition, we're the biggest in the world at doing this. We're definitely the biggest in real estate. I would venture to guess we're the biggest in any profession, period, at managing social media accounts. We manage over 5,000 people's accounts. When you're hiring somebody locally to do it, they're probably managing 5 people's accounts, and they need to support their business and support themselves on that. We manage over 5,000 people's accounts, which allows us to have a massive economy of scale, which means we can manage your account for much more effective pricing than can a local social media company. And to me, it's a no-brainer. Just as much as I don't do a whole bunch of the tasks pertaining to my real estate business, I have other people and other businesses handle them for me. This is just another thing. You're going to get leads off of your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You're going to have professionals managing it for you, and it's just another thing that you don't have to worry about yourself, and you don't have to do yourself.
I'm going to
It's going to allow you to grow your business.
I'm going to apologize now because there's no possible way we're getting to all these questions. It's literally the most questions I can remember on a webinar. So I'm trying to hit the ones that are like, multiple times. But if we end up not covering a question that you have, feel free to email. But I want to reiterate, successful people versus unsuccessful people. Successful people will take action before they have all the answers. Unsuccessful people want to wait until everything's perfect or they know everything. You've got a free trial here. You have absolutely nothing to lose and absolutely no reason not to start a free trial right now. Mona, do we have to mention office number and not sell? That depends on your state laws and stuff. So you might
that's
have to...
where that when you're signing up and it asks you for that, make sure you put your real email and make sure you put a phone number that is going to receive calls, because that's where we send your leads. So we give out that phone number.
Yes.
We give out that phone number. So if you don't want people calling your cell, then put your office number.
Okay, that's what she meant. Good call. I did not follow that. Awesome. Broker of record name is mandatory. Yes. Do you keep?
Yeah, you can't publish a listing with us unless you put your broker of records name in, as per most boards' advertising regulations. So we're compliant with board regulations.
Guys, the promo code is Reticulous. 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 If you're having trouble signing up, if you're having trouble signing up, you can email info@cityblast.com or you can call the number. I know there's a lot of people calling right now. I'm positive. So if you can't get through immediately, just keep trying, or just hit refresh. I know a few of you are having trouble finalizing the sign up, at least by the comments. Anyway.
Yeah, if you're having any trouble with the sign up process, remember the discount is good for today. So do make sure to get in. You need to put in your credit card to lock in the discount. You will not be charged today. You're starting a 14-day free trial. Remember that. You do need to lock in today to the Reticulous discount. So just make sure you shoot an email if you're having any trouble and you're just not sure if you quite got through. info@cityblast.com. Even if we have to take till the end of the day to get back to you, or even if we get back to you tomorrow because our office has got to shut down at some point, if you sent that email in, we'll lock you in. You're locked in. So keep on calling. Email if you're having trouble, or keep signing up. I can see a ton of you have signed up. So congratulations. That's awesome. And congratulations on taking action for your business. To be honest with you, that's the biggest step. Those of you who have done that, you've already taken the biggest step. You came here today, you showed up, you listened, you learned about something, and then you took action, which is the part that everybody misses out on.
Yeah, that's the part that
everybody hears great ideas.
10% who are successful do, and the 90% who aren't don't, is take action. Great point. Judy says, tell Trisha to call me, and I'll tell her why you guys are better than doing it herself. Good call, Judy. I won't say your number. Yeah, you didn't put your number, Judy, but I wouldn't say it anyway, even if you had. Cindy said, I just signed up. Darius says, I just signed up. Ken's going to email to lock in his spot because he's got a client coming in. Judy, track her down. Track her down. Okay, yeah, Mark, you have to sign up with your personal Facebook profile, and then after you sign up, you can turn that off and activate your business page. But there's just the way that the app and the API works, and maybe I'm even using the wrong acronyms, I don't know. But the way the thing works, it has to work that way. So you have to sign up with your personal profile, and then you can turn that off and then turn on your fan page.
Yeah, you got it right. The Facebook will only accept a connection from your real personal account. You're just going to come in here. It's under settings. You're going to be left in your dashboard. Anytime you want to change anything, just come to cityblast.com. Here's all your tools right here. And at the bottom, you can see personal Facebook. I've got that on. If you want that off, you just turn it off by clicking the off button over here. I've got this little widget open here. Let's close him down. There you go. There is an on-off button. Then you're just going to pick a fan page, whatever one you want, and turn that on. Click on. At the same time, you can add your Twitter, add your LinkedIn if you like. They have separate APIs and separate passwords, so it's going to prompt you to put in your info for those ones as well. And again, just to remind you, we don't ever and can't ever actually see your Facebook. We don't log into your Facebook, nothing. We simply are given permission to create the posts and help you with your social media management.
Yep. Required broker name or company name. I'm signing up now. It's whatever is required by your state.
Yeah, just put in your broker of record there.
Yeah.
Whoever your broker owner office is, just put in that name there just to make sure that it's on record for advertising compliance.
This is a good question. I don't know if we have a clean way of doing this, but we'll figure it out. We'll sort it out. Chris says, can we refer someone in mortgage to your... So can I sign up for City Blast, and then if I refer mortgage people, get credit towards... The answer is we'll figure it out, Chris, one way or another. We're working on a more streamlined solution for it, but it's not ready right this second.
Yeah, just send us an email. Send that person a note. Get them to sign up. Send us an email that just says, hey, I just told Bob, Tim, Janet, and Susie to sign up, and we will go ahead and take care of that for you manually on our end. Not a problem.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it's clean and easy if you're signed up with City Blast and you refer people to City Blast. We don't have it super streamlined for I'm using City Blast and then I refer Mortgage Mingler. But we're working on that.
If you want to share City Blast with people, you're just going to click the Refer an Agent tab. Some of you are going to get on top of that. I can see some of you are doing it already because I'm looking at the back end on another computer over here, and a lot of referrals are going out, so great job. The Refer an Agent tab is right here. It's also in your cityblast.com settings. When you're logging into City Blast, you're always going to log in just with your regular Facebook credentials. So your regular Facebook name and password will log you in. On the Refer an Agent tab, you're just going to go down here. This is what you want right here. Send that around to anybody you like. When they click on that, it's like magic. It's going to track it back to you, and we're going to give you credit for those signups. And if you hit 3 people, your account's free. And for each person you sign up, you're going to get a free month. So that's the ticket right there on your Refer an Agent tab. Just make sure that you're sending this around in your emails and your posts, etc., and you'll be all set. It's going to track automatically.
So Oscar says, just signed up. John says, just sign up. Eddie, I don't know if it's Eddie or Edie. How soon will content start showing up on my page after signing up?
Usually by the next day. When you send that, you're sending instructions. So basically, this process is just like sitting down with a local social media person. You're saying, hey, here's the market I focus on. You're saying, here's how often I want you to post. You're saying, here's the types of stuff that I'd like you to source and post for me. In our case, you're just sending a note to the social expert who focuses on your area. That note's going to arrive on their desk. It's going to get added to their list of accounts is to manage your social media. They're going to have a look over everything that you've submitted, and they're going to start choosing content and posting it out to you. Usually it's by the next day. Sometimes it's the same day. Sometimes it's like pretty close to immediate. Other times it takes a day or two.
Reagan says, if we want 5 posts a week, is that 5 posts on each platform, and are they the same postings across all?
Yes. So all of the posts to the different accounts are going to be the same content. So the post itself is not the same because a post on Twitter doesn't fit a Facebook post. But they only source, the sourcing is what takes the longest amount of time. And we source one piece of content each time we post and post it out to all your different accounts. It more closely resembles what you would be doing anyway, because it's pretty extremely rare that a person's going to be like, okay, this article is for my Facebook, and then this article I'm going to put on Twitter.
Well, I mean, specifically, I still do this personally a couple of times a week because I create my own content. Like, a lot of times it's videos of me, and when I do that, I post it all. Like, it's not like exactly. It's not like I'm like, all right, I'll post this video that I did here, and then this other one that I did here. I just post it all. I syndicate it everywhere as much as possible. It creates like a unified front.
Yep. I'm just going to say also, I can see here there are a ton of you who have successfully signed up. I can see there are 19 people who signed up in the past hour who didn't complete the sign-up process. If you want to make sure that you're locked in, send an email to info@cityblast.com. I don't want to alarm anybody. The vast majority of you I can see all got signed up successfully. There's a few people who didn't. That could be just because you bailed during the sign-up process, so that's up to you. But if you had a little bit of concern, you can just, because like if you get to this page, right here, I'll show you, and it has the thank you thing on it, and you're in your dashboard, you're all set. You got signed up successfully. If something wacky happened along the way and it didn't seem to work, and you want to make sure to get the discount and everything, make sure to send us an email to info@cityblast.com, and we will just confirm that you're all set. Or you can call us at 1-888-712-7888. It's up there. So for the few people who maybe had a bit of difficulty, make sure to just send us an email and we'll lock you in.
Yep. Can you help me change the image of my homepage, Eddie? I don't. Send me an email, Eddie. I'll send you my email. I don't know if you mean like the overall look and feel, or literally just switching like your cover page photo. Either way, we can help you. So for Twitter and fan page, where do I log in? You do it all from this one dashboard, Mona. What happens is, under settings, you would link up those from the same dashboard. So you sign up with your personal profile, and then from that back-end dashboard that you see on Sean's screen, you just follow the steps to sync it, quote unquote, I guess would be the way to describe it, with your fan page and with Twitter.
Yep, it's just down here at the bottom of your settings.
Dale, I haven't set up my fan page yet. Can I set up my personal page and change it to my fan page later? Absolutely. You could change it every day if you want. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can change your settings anytime you want. You can change how often it's posting, the type of content it's posting, where it's posting. You can change that at any time. It's not like you choose it once and you're locked in forever, right? It's fluid. You can change it as you need to.
Yep, absolutely.
Front page looking professional. All right, now this may be not a good idea. Now I'm going back up through questions that because I'm at the bottom of the question. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take about 2-3 more questions maybe, and then if there's anything that I missed or something, just email me, or you can email info@cityblast, or you can just sign up right now and figure it out later, which is what I like to do.
It's pretty straightforward, folks. You've basically seen everything there is to see. There's no mystery to it. You're hiring a social media expert, the best ones in the world, for $2 a day. You're telling them what you want them to post, how often to post it, and what geographical market you focus on, and then choosing the accounts you want them to work on for you. You are setting it and you are forgetting it. This is going to be an integral part of your lead generating process, but not a massive time suck on your business anymore. It's pretty much as simple as that. So give it a whirl, and we're giving you 14 days free.
I think a few of you, were looking at the City Blast fan page thinking that that was Sean's personal profile and getting confused, like why what Sean was showing doesn't match up. So Sean was showing his personal profile, not
by that
the
same
City
token.
Blaster.
I can see.
Yeah.
Same token, I can see 18 of you found me successfully.
Yeah, people were also commenting that. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm now trying to. This wasn't a good idea. Trying to go back and sort through. Ken, can you switch from monthly to annual later? Absolutely. You can change
You
that.
go on month to month.
Yep.
Yeah, month to month you can cancel anytime. Annual you get big savings. I think it works out to be 33% off. Plus, then you get an additional 20% off because Josh twisted my arm and the 14-day trial. So nothing changes. It's just if you go annual, yes, you pay up front for the year, but you also save a third. And I think it works out to like $385 or something like that for the entire year, which is less than you'd pay for a social media expert for a month in most cases. Yep. So
Tyrone asked for like numbers. I think he was asking for a number of U.S. versus Canada users. My guess is it would very closely mirror the population difference between U.S. and Canada, right? I mean, there might be a little bit.
There's some more Canadians because we we started in Toronto, so this was the local market that we grew out of. But
right.
It's we have more than half U.S.
Yeah.
So, and I mean our biggest markets are Ontario, Canada, British Columbia, Canada, California, Texas, Florida. Massachusetts, so we've got big markets all over the place. I mean, covering all the bases, really.
All right, it looks like as I'm going back through literally like dozens and dozens of questions, I think we've addressed all of the major ones. So what I'm going to say one last time is, if you have a question we didn't answer, email info@cityblast.com, or you can email me, and if I can't answer, I'll point you in the right direction. You can email me by just replying to whatever led you to this webinar. I want to say one final time. Many of you have already done this. Some of you have not. But get started with your free trial and figure it out later. Like the things that you're confused about, it'll make sense. Probably for many of you, it'll make sense in the process of signing up. Things will become clearer and become clarified in your own mind. Okay? So go ahead and get started. There's nothing to lose. You get a free trial, right? You can cancel at any time, and we know that you're going to love it, as thousands of other agents just like you are, because among other things, almost 500,000 leads have been generated, and what's interesting is that's the trackable leads, right? Because one thing Sean didn't say, but that happens to him and me is like. You can't track the leads where like people at the supermarket are like, hey, I've been seeing all that great content. I really, I think we're ready to buy.
All the time.
Yeah, and so that doesn't even show up as a lead in the system, right? Because it's impossible to track that.
Or people come up to you and they're like, you have tons of listings. I love all your listings and all the stuff you're posting.
Right on.
You're
right
like,
on.
oh, thanks.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
So,
and it's surprising, really, is what it is.
Yeah. So congrats, and my hat's off to those of you who have already taken action and gotten started. Good on you for doing that. Thank you, Sean, for sharing your wisdom and expertise with us today. It was good stuff. And I know we also, I mean, we had so many questions. I didn't get to share all of the kind words and positive comments that we got about the content and the information that you shared as well. So thank you for that. Any final words for everybody?
I think the final word is the word that we've been driving home, which is take action. Whether it is hiring someone locally, whether it is committing religiously to doing inbound marketing yourself, or whether it is signing up for your free trial of City Blast, take action. Josh and I can sit here and tell you all the keys to the castle. you ultimately have to do something right now. And you've done all the stuff. You've come here. You've listened. You've stayed on. You've put all the pieces in place. Do the final thing, which is take action of one sort or another.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Go ahead and start your free trial if you haven't already. And we'll be back real soon with more good stuff like this.